So when this happened, there's also a third gentleman, Brian, who is he's our finance and accounting controlling position here. Um, and there's models for buy sells, there's for transitioning, for all that kind of stuff. And what was kind of cool about this process is we had four different people with four different objectives and four different ideas. And then between that, and then you bring in your CPA and your lawyer. So it's like, okay, this is what I want to do. Well, what can you do?
Right.
And we went back and forth for about a year and a half. And we have a hybrid model for what we came up with that I've never heard anybody do that's anything similar to what we do.
Yeah.
And a year or two into it, I'm like, yeah, is this the right thing? But now 4 years in, I was like, I don't want to say it was genius because it wasn't. It was four people coming together. I'm giving up this, you're giving up this, you're giving up this to put this deal together. And when it was all said and done, I think it's a groundbreaking agreement for how to transition in and out of a business.
So how many years are you into the process then? 2 or
years? Yeah, I think this is year 4.
4 or 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
What makes it unique to some of the other things that you originally proposed?
It's a 3-step deal. So phase 1 was years 1 through 3.
1 through 3.
And at that point, their purchase of the company was very small. I gifted each one of them a certain amount of stock in the company.
Sure.
Then when we turn profit, they can take the profit from their small little bit of stock, use that to buy me out.
Roll in.
Then phase 2, basically in year 4, they're pre-buying the next level.
Got it.
And then they got, I think, 7 years to pay that off.
Yeah.
And same thing, hopefully take it out of the profits at the end of the year.
Right.
They're not coming out of pocket. And then
That's great.
when I'm 70, I'm out. Whether I work here or not, I will no longer own the company. And they have a 5-year note to pay me off. And they each have, so like Matt has right of first refusal for a certain amount of stock. If he doesn't choose it, then Billy can choose it. If Billy doesn't want it, then Brian can take it. So every step of the way, there's options available for all three of them.
That's great. Was it just a lot of conversations, a lot of open, honest conversations that came to this? I mean, sounds like it took a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say that's probably the single biggest thing. And it's the ability. It was, to my dad's point, the ability for 4 people to just have some brutally honest dialogue. But the positive out of that is once you go through that, and I don't use brutally in a negative sense, but like truly just being open and honest. Because, I'll go to expos now and I see generational businesses and, we'll start talking in some of those after events and there's no clear plan. And it can lead to a lot of uncertainty. It can lead also to a lot of assumptions that can lead to hard feelings if it doesn't play out that way. Yeah. And I think from my standpoint, one of the things I'm really appreciative of is it's black and white. It's a legal document. It's set. There's no guessing. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, it is what it is. And I like it too, because nobody can ever say like, oh, well, you just got your dad's business. Like, oh no, believe me, I see the check going to the old guy.